Hey guys, this is Cerebellum and I am back with the second part of the Timbersaw game I uploaded some of the other day, or rather uploaded the draft the other day, but then it bugged out on me and I had to resume the recording, and then it turns out the second part got corrupted, so it just wouldn't compile for me. So I'm back
30 seconds
to redo the whole thing again. Yeah, this is gonna be a pretty good game. I think I did some fairly basic mistakes, so we're gonna go over those. Yeah, hopefully it'll be fun. So I tried to go for a bit of a highly synergetic draft here, as I elaborated on during the draft section. Basically picking Timbersaw, an OD, and a Medusa to get a sort of mana synergy here, especially with the
oh great! Now I'm seeing things too.
The Essence Aura of OD. I get lucky here and get a what's it called? An illusion rune right from the get-go. I'm gonna try to block off my creeps here. I'm gonna do a fairly bad job of it. Oh well, I guess I did delay them a little bit, and I do get them separated a bit, so it could be worse, but it's not super good anyway. And I don't get, like, when you get illusions like this early on, you can do some pretty neat stuff with them. I'm gonna try to just grab some last hits. Well, I'm gonna try at least, but I'm gonna fail pretty miserably, overestimating their damage quite a lot here. So yeah, they're gonna have no trouble getting the last hits anyway. Trying to just do a little bit of harassment on that Crystal Maiden. Gonna fail at that. Gonna get a last hit there at least. But yeah, so what's gonna happen here is I'm gonna act one way and then scale up another way. What I mean is, I'm gonna scale up the reactive armor, which is obviously a defensive ability, because I know Bristleback kinda well. I play him a lot. So I'm thinking he's gonna land a lot of hits before he kills me. It's not gonna be like he's gonna nuke me down, in which case the reactive armor is gonna be pretty bad, because I'm only gonna get a few stacks. And they're not gonna be there for a while. So really what my skill build here is kind of encouraging, or what the thought behind it was, that I was going to be playing defensive, but I'm going to be going aggressive. As you can see here, I'm going to give up first blood for no good reason. What happened there is I had already had a few quill spray stacks on me, and the way that skill works is Bristleback's quill spray, that is that it stacks up and does more damage per stack. So if I allow him to just get like 3 or 4 stacks on me, and then I initiate and I'm at like half health, then the next ones are gonna do a lot of damage. So I basically just gave up first blood there for no reason. And then I'm gonna skill up reactive armor again, which I don't necessarily think is a bad idea, but then I should be playing more passive than I am. And what's gonna end up happening is I am gonna go more aggressive than I should. And I'm gonna end up paying for it. So really I should be looking to play passive, but I end up not doing that. I have like max stacks a lot of the time, which is really good for me, because you can see my regen is really high and my armor gets buffed a lot from it. My max stacks of reactive armor, that is. And I'm gonna use that to try and offset the damage from their harassment and stuff. Like Crystal Maiden's damage is not that great anyway, so so this is really good for me, because I'm gonna have no problem maintaining high stacks and being in almost full health even without using any regen. So on that front, things are going pretty well, but then I really shouldn't try to initiate anything. Usually when I play this hero, I go up against tri-lanes, and you have to play more passive against them. And I think that kind of messed with my head here, that I thought I could somehow go for both aggro and passive here. But really, since they're only 2, and you know Bristleback can't lane against me solo, then he has to they have to have Crystal Maiden there, which means she can't pull, which means the lane will push forward like this, and I will be able to get my farm at the tower. And really I should have been happy with just that, rather than trying to make anything happen. Which is gonna, you know, I'm gonna try to make something happen, but it's gonna be very lackluster. And I'm also consistently gonna miss my timber chains, which is, you know, something that can happen quite easily. He's gonna go on me again. I'm gonna try to timber chain 3 that is there. And then, you know, we're gonna end up seeing one of the big strings of Timbersaw, which is his burst damage, as you can see there. Ended up killing him really easily. Should have probably bought something there. Maybe a magic wand. I could have afforded the magic wand, I think. That would have helped a lot. Actually, now that I think about it, a magic wand is pretty much mandatory against Bristleback. I don't know if you've noticed how much he casts those critical sprays just to catch last hits, but he does it quite a lot. And I really should have picked one up. I really don't know why I didn't. It's such an obvious thing now that I think about it. It's even something I've kind of preached to others that they should do against Bristleback. So yeah, there's a Crystal Maiden alone, and it's very tempting to go on it, but I just don't have the levels in the Timber Chain to make it happen. I need like another level or two would have been great. Oh well, another level. I don't think I can have maxed it at this point. So yeah, I'm gonna have to play a little bit of passive here, though that's an obvious chance to get aggressive. Now the trade before, actually trading myself for the Bristleback is actually good, since the money ends up at Crystal Maiden. Because, well, by the time I died, Crystal Maiden was the only one alive, so Bristleback gets no gold from it, and he's the priority farmer on their team. So that's pretty good. Actually, that wasn't as bad as I thought it was there. So, on principle, trading me for the Crystal Maiden is bad, but they ended up just getting assists, which mean they just got like 125 gold each, which is not a lot. And I got the kill money for the Crystal Maiden, so that's not super bad. But it's not as good as it could be, of course. Like, Bristleback was very low there, so I could have maybe gone on him. Or I could have maybe gotten him if I hadn't specced so defensively. And again, it's this specking defensively, like leveling up defensively, and then playing aggressively that's really hurting me here. And there I just whipped my combo. No reason to fire off the Whirling Death here. As we're gonna see in a moment, if I had hit with that Whirling Death, things could have looked very different here. Because he's so low. But I just don't have the mana to pursue. And I'm already up at half health again because of my ridiculous stacks of reactive armor. Such a good ability, reactive armor. Especially in this matchup. The more I think about it, if I had a magic wand, I think I could have just dominated this lane. Like, just the extra mana from it would just have allowed me to spam out my spells a little bit more. And it would have been super freaking good. But, you know, I didn't end up doing that. And I think, you know, I should think a bit more about my lane matchup and what items I should get, instead of just kind of going on autopilot, just head rushing for that the arcane boots, which to be fair are very vital on this hero. But I mean, if you can reliably get up your wand or your magic stick charged up, that is also a pretty high priority, since, you know, it's also really good mana regen, and that's really my priority here. Like, as you can see, I'm not that squishy. In fact, it's a very tanky hero, especially against the primarily physical damage, which is Bristleback. And my only problem with killing him is not having enough mana. Like, the pure damage I can dish out, and, you know, against him is really good, so I really shouldn't have this much of a problem killing him. But especially in a dual lane, like in the tri lane, it can be difficult, but and that you definitely shouldn't look to be aggressive against most tri lanes. But, you know, what can you really do? I guess I just said what you really can do, but yeah. So at the moment we are, it looks like, if you just look at the kills, it looks like we are fairly ahead. But I've taken a lot of, I've watched this replay a few times before, and as you can see, they are way ahead in farm. So what ends up happening is that they are actually ahead in gold, a little bit ahead in gold, and we are a little bit ahead in XP. And it's really not, it's really even. Like, this is about as even as it can get at this point, even though we nearly have twice the kills they have. Part of it is that well, it's pretty much just because they've been much more efficient at farming than us. So I'm gonna be a little bit too intimidated by what is a fairly obvious illusion here, and I'm gonna miss out on, well, I don't think I missed out on any farm because of it, but I missed a timber chain, so a little bit of precious mana lost there again. And I'm finally gonna get some last hits here, and get up my mana boots, which is gonna make me a lot more useful. But yeah, usually it's a bad idea to get aggressive with Timbersaw before you hit level 6 and you get that Chakram. The Chakram is such a good ability. It has massive damage potential, it slows people down, and it removes their strength, which is all very good things against the 2 heroes I'm up against here. So that's hyper good, like super, super good. Very good quill spray there from Bristleback. He can do kind of the same thing I can do with Whirl and Death and use that to grab last hits. And he did that really effectively there, just got himself a 150 gold there. So, yeah, and now if you look at the top lane, in fact, let's just take a moment to look at this up here. This is really bad, so what's going on is our Medusa's hiding up here, she's low, and she doesn't have a TP. So they're just gonna, she's not gonna be able to help when they come for the kill here. And they're just gonna get 2 free kills here and take down our tower for basically nothing. So that's really bad, like super freaking bad. So bad. But at least it's only support kills. If Medusa had gone down, it would be way worse, or if our OD had gone down, or if I had gone down, that would have been way worse, because we are really the ones that are gonna need the levels and are gonna need to to carry the team. The core players, in other words, the support's going down, like they're not going to suffer too much from it. Might be a delayed mech or delayed, you know, arcane boots or something, but it's not super important for them. So I'm gonna TP top, try and see if I can stop them from taking on the second tower here, and also try and get some retaliated kills, because we need some control on this lane desperately, like really badly. And now I should have probably just waited here, like, but I'm just really, I was just trying to harass there, but then I see our shadow shaming coming in from the side, and then I just assumed it would be a good idea to go ahead and try and get a kill here. If I'd hit Viper there, I think we'd got a kill on him. If I had a little bit more mana, we could have gotten this crit maybe. But I ended up not having mana enough for anything. I could have probably hit a Timber Chain over here. This is at level 3 now, so the range is 1200, and that would have been, you know, really good. So they're gonna end up getting our 2 cores for basically a less rack, and I think Shadow Shaman also went down, so that was horrible. And now they are very definitely ahead. They're ahead with a tower, they're ahead in terms of farm. And yeah, the gold is starting to get really in their advantage. They have nearly 150% of our gold at this point, which is obviously super bad. I'm still stuck with kind of without mana. So yeah, the whole thing with trying to use OD to give OD's aura to give you free spells is not really working out, or free mana anyway. Because we weren't together in that fight. We need to fight a little bit more together. Our team's gonna pursue the Bristleback here. Which is gonna end up being a dubious thing again. Since, you know, we don't really have the kind of damage necessary to take him out right here, right now. So I'm gonna wait for my mana boot, 2 seconds, and supporting there. Gonna get the Bristleback, but we already lost the Dazzle. I somehow missed that Timber Chain. I really thought I was gonna hit one of those trees there, but apparently I just completely whiffed it. And if we'd gotten that, maybe the Razor would have gone down. But as it is, we're gonna lose everyone but me for just a Bristleback, which is obviously horrible. If we lost, you know, just the supports, that would have been acceptable, because Bristleback is a pretty high priority farm target for them. But as it is, yeah, they are getting way ahead now. Like, the gold difference now is about the same actually. So I guess the Bristleback was on a bit of a kill streak, but they are getting way ahead in terms of XP now. And that's obviously also bad, and it's also giving a lot of space to us, just us getting killed like that. Which is also not good at all. So, yeah. I don't think I can farm now, so I'm just waiting for a bit of mana and trying to go mid. Now, if we look at the Bristle... No, I can't. Okay, there's gonna be some action here. They're gonna try to take out the tower, they're gonna get it.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
I'm gonna just farm up a little bit here. So things are looking pretty grim. They're even gonna land a DD. Yeah, down in bot. And yeah, we're pretty much in 100% fight mode. Both teams really want to fight. This is a bit better for us. So we get we lose the dazzle and we lose me, but we got 4 kills here. And we're gonna get the crystal maid. So we're gonna get the crystal maid. But then Razor comes back in with a DD, and our team makes a bit of miscommunication here. Like our Medusa thought there were 2 disables on the Shadow Shaman, but there wasn't, so he's gonna get 2 free kills. And that's gonna turn it into a much more even trade. I think still we got out better. Yeah, we got out better. Like we gained a lot of XP in that fight. They still managed to take down the tower, so that's bad. But you know, it wasn't as horrible as it could have been. Like those 2 last deaths should definitely have been avoided. Like they could have maybe just run and he would have maybe just gotten 1 or none. And yeah, I'm just gonna use Timbersaw's fantastic ability as a counter pusher here to grab some farm and you know, just see if I can get a little bit closer to my very delayed Bloodstone at this point. But yeah, things are, despite it looking very close in terms of the kills, because of the farm, we're gonna see the net worth is way higher on their cores. Well, actually Viper's doing pretty badly, but Leshrac can also act as a core and he's got farm, so that's also not good. I'm gonna run into the Leshrac here, and if I hadn't whiffed my spells so badly, maybe I could have hit him. But you know, so we kind of dirtle around and miss each other a lot, and OD is gonna get taken out by them up here. So so that's not so good. At this point, our ward coverage isn't very good either, but I don't think we would have spotted them with wards here anyway. Unless we were putting them very defensively, which might not have been so bad. But the core of it is we've been fighting a lot, so our supports just haven't had time to place wards. And yeah, our OD is gonna pay the price for it, further putting us behind, and they're gonna just push our tier 2 up here. Which is super freaking bad. Like, we just lost OD. Our Medusa is far from having enough farm to get online, and we really can't contest that at all. So I'm gonna try to take on the Leshrac here mid, which is I think a pretty good call for me. He's a really squishy hero, and pretty much no matter what I can take on a really squishy hero, no problem. So gonna try to go on me like that. But I'm gonna just realize I can just try to burst him down. And now I should have fled like this down here. If I had fled down this way, that would have been way better. Instead I'm gonna flee up here. I hadn't seen them on the minimap moving down, because I was focusing on the fight, and I'm just gonna get free killed there. I could have just made it away there, which would have been obviously way better. Well, Shadow Shaman is gonna try to pressure the bot tower in a trade, which is pretty smart, except that yeah, we don't have the DPS to actually finish that tower, and it's gonna end up just being free farm for them, and it's gonna push it down into the deny range. So that's horrible, like this is seriously horrible. Yeah, so things are really not going our way at the moment. The XP graph still way ahead for them. Money way ahead for them. So not unrecoverably bad, but still pretty bad. I'm gonna TP in on an engagement here. We lost the Medusa, but we managed to get a trade with the Razor. And now the Viper is, for some reason, thinks it's a good idea to go in against a Purge damager like me, like this. And it really isn't. And we're gonna get him, and we're gonna get the Crystal Maiden. So that's a good little comeback for us. Without Razor and the other, and Razor and Viper, they really can't fight. Like, it's just a Bristleback and a Leshrac, which is not impressive. And we should really look to take the tower here. Like, I don't know what we're doing. This shouldn't allow us to get any kills here, but yeah. Really the best thing they could do in this situation is just farm up. Another thing I'd like to address is that I think Bristleback's build here is really horrible. He went for Vanguard first, which is, against these heroes, is really bad. I talked about it in one of the other recordings I made of this, but I don't remember if I addressed it already here. So, anyway, when there aren't any really good right-clickers on our team, like there's Medusa, but she isn't really a threat at the moment, Vanguard's a bad option. He should have gone for a Hood, or maybe, now he's splitting a Blade Mail, but a Hood, or just basically gone for power threats and a casual what's it called? Casual health booster. Yeah, just the health booster part of the Vanguard and not going for any regen.
Dire's
Or,
middle tower is under attack.
you know,
Radiant's
that
bottom
would have been,
tower has
I think,
been
decent.
denied.
So I've got my Perseverance up, which is going to give me more sustain and more, mana
Radiant's
regen,
top tower is
which is
under
obviously
attack.
really good. And I'm just gonna walk into my death here. Pretty much.
Dire's bottom tower
Yeah,
is
and this
under
is
Radiant's top tower is
super
under
freaking
attack.
bad, of course. I really didn't realize there were all 5 of them there. Kind of just blundered right into that. So yeah, that's completely my bad. Lost 3 heroes there
Radiant's top
because of me.
tower has fallen.
OD is gonna manage to pick off, I think, a Leshrac down here. Or Viper. Yeah, he's gonna pick off Viper. Viper having a really bad game, honestly. Probably the only reason OD is safe here is because of those Serpent Wards. So, you know, it wasn't completely...
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
yeah, completely wasted
Dire's
from me.
bottom
Like, we
tower
managed
is
to
under
save the
attack.
tower. And we did get 1 kill for the 3 we lost. Still not good. Still not good at all, but not as bad as it could be. Doing a lot of questionable moves, being a little bit too arrogant here. Before I have my Bloodstone up, my EHP is also a lot lower. Like, I would probably have maybe upwards of 40% more HP, like up towards the 1500s if I had my Bloodstone complete, which is not a stretch at the 20-minute mark here. If I'd been playing better, I could have definitely had that, but, you know, I don't. And instead I'm just going to be playing more aggressively than I should be. Here it's called for, definitely. There, I should have let my ulti extend. Instead, Bristleback's gonna get away here, and then I'm gonna whiff another chain, just sending it completely parallel to the to the forest line there, which is also horrible, of course. But we did get a razor, so yeah. If I'd controlled my spells a little bit better there, I could have definitely gotten those. But that's one of the big challenges of playing a Timbersaw. Playing a Timbersaw. Yeah, I also think I maxed my reactive armor a bit too early. It doesn't really get very good unless you have a lot of HP. Once you get past the mid game, like their heroes have come online now, they're doing a lot of damage, which means I need more ability to sustain before that reactive armor is really gonna do me much good. Now their heroes gonna blunder around with here. Crystal Maiden putting a really bad move here and dragging our creep wave around here, as you can see on the minimap there. So that's gonna just completely give us vision here. Viper's gonna just blunder in and get completely picked off here, which is super bad, obviously. And you see there kind of the synergy that is between another synergy that is between Timbersaw and OD. Like when he uses Astral Imprisonment on a hero, I can just plant my Chakram right on top of it here, and he'll be instantly slowed and take a strength reduction right as he comes outside of it. Now I'm gonna blunder into their heroes here mid. I really didn't get why they were there. That was a really odd position for them to be in, I think. So I'm gonna kind of be able to turn on here. Yeah. And this was good. And now I'm gonna kind of dive them. Yeah, I'm gonna get a little bit of a friendly push from the... yeah, I'm gonna move yet another Timber Train. I need to seriously get into a habit of actually clicking a tree. Like, it's so easy. If there's a tree in range, just click a tree. Like, you can do a blind one and just pick a direction you know there's a tree in. But if you're concerned about range, just click a damn tree. And it'll hit every time. If you just be a little bit conservative and click a tree. So I'm gonna be dead for half a minute here. So let's just check how the OD is doing. He's got his 4-staff up, as we just saw before. He used it on me. And then he's just gonna be... yeah. Yeah, he's gonna be gearing up for his Aghanim's, just trying to get some burst damage from that ulti. Not a bad deal at all. Our Medusa's got a little bit of something now. Not a huge amount. But, you know, she's got some things. Shadow Shame is going for an Aghanim's, which I think is a bad choice. But yeah, that's the kind of thing that player does. And our Dazzle's playing his usual, which is yeah, just a lot of good support items. So I'm finally only about 1,000 out of actually getting my bloodstone, which would help a lot. But I don't have it quite yet. 1,000 is still a good amount of gold for me here. So we're gonna have a bit of a standoff here. And I believe now comes another bad engagement. So we're gonna kinda disperse out, and our Medusa is gonna go into mid and try and farm alone. They're gonna smell this, and they're gonna kinda go on her. Which you know is pretty bad. I should have turned way earlier here, but I thought I needed to create a little bit of space for our Medusa. And I'm gonna get frostbited up. And this engagement is gonna go horribly for us. It looks pretty good so far. Like, they focused on the Lesrak, which is not super good, but now the Bristleback's kind of running amok here. And the Razor. Probably more the Razor than the Bristleback, because OD's in prison is really good against the Bristleback and the things there, but their cores just kind of go in there and we team wipe. And that was, again, on me, a poor movement there. I should have recognized that I needed to move back a lot faster. If I did that, I could have timber chained before I got frostbited. They wouldn't be able to follow. That whole mess there gets avoided. Instead, we pay for it with a team wipe, and we lost a tower there. Razor almost blundering into the Serpent Wards and getting destroyed. But yeah, he made it out with like 14 HP.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
And this is doing all kinds of bad shit for us. Like my bloodstone gets delayed even more. We have very little map control. Bristleback's gonna take pity on us and give us a free kill here. So that's nice of him. But you know. And that's, you know, that's just pure arrogance on his part. Like he's a lot better at taking on other heroes than the ones we have, and he should recognize that he's a bit outmatched and just farm up basically in this situation. Standing there, giving us a free kill, that's really not doing any good. So I was chasing a little bit here. Now they're chasing back. For some reason they think that chasing a Timbersaw is a great idea. It's not. And they're being very aggressive here. Like, there's 3 heroes here, they're just 2 supports, so they're playing horribly. I'm just gonna lay a bit of a trap. They get the Crystal Maiden. I finish off the Lesrak. Bad movement from them. Supports are there to support the cores. So stick around the cores. Unless Lesrak thinks he's not a support, in which case that would explain a lot of the problems they've been having. The Lesrak and the Bristleback especially playing way too aggressively. The Crystal Maiden playing really well. The Race is playing really well. But, you know, that's not gonna make up for, you know, a few of the team just giving away kills like that. They're honestly letting us back into the game now. They have a 10k gold lead, which is ridiculous at this point. Really, really good. And if you look at the map, we've pushed 2 towers, they've pushed 5, so that's also not good. Starting to get back in terms of experience though, which is nice. So Razor here, we can't pursue, but you know. So Bristleback there. Yeah, just kind of posturing around right now. No obvious place for me to be, so I'm just kind of trying to secure positions. Push back this wave. Viper's gonna pick up a DD here.
Double damage.
I'm just gonna touch him, make him a little bit afraid. You can see the mana regen I get from this Bloodstone is just ridiculous. So I can be a lot more aggressive now that I have the Bloodstone, be a lot more harassy. I don't have to, you know, save my mana up so I can commit it to a fight. Since, you know, I have enough of it, have enough to just kind of fight when I want. So I thought we were gonna fight at our base, so I thought I could, you know, and you know, just farm a little bit. But apparently my team had other ideas. It didn't turn out so badly. So,
Radiant's bottom
but
tower
they
is
were
under
very close
attack.
together there. It could have been
Radiant
really bad
structures are
if they
fortified.
got caught out. Here the Razor's actually dropped, so this is unfortunate, but you know, shit happens. They're gonna pause, wait for the Razor to come back, and we actually have an extended talk of what we should do. As you can see, the Crystal Maidens actually just started to channel her ultimate. We've got very few ways of stopping her from doing that. I think our Shadow Shaman is currently engaged in a shackle. So we thought about having just our Medusa, who's just about to fire off a stone gaze, and just have her basically stun the Crystal Maiden up. She just back out. And yeah, we had all these plans, but once the on-pause is gonna come, we're gonna see how it actually turns out, which will be very different. Dazzle getting ready to use his Poison Touch. Yeah. So just kind of waiting for them here. We can also see that the Lesrak is trying to push bot lane all the while, and they really can't fight without him. So that's pretty bad. They're just checking out what kind of equipment we have. I probably should have done that as well. The Razor is probably the biggest threat. He's pretty much online now with Sanjin Yasha and an Aghanims. I don't like the Sanjin Yasha pickup on him. I think he should have had something a lot more tanky for this game. Maybe even something like just a straight heart would have been better. Just going straight for heart would have been really good on him. But I guess farming up those 3.2k is kind of hard. So the engagement starts, and we're gonna end up picking off Bristleback, or I believe
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
nothing else. And almost gonna lose me, almost gonna lose the Dazzle, and almost gonna lose the Shadow Shaman, but end up being fine.
Radiant's top
So that
tower
was,
is
it
under
went
attack.
nothing like we planned at all, and we're gonna get a Lesrak there in mid early, because he's gonna be way too aggressive. We have a Dazzle, he can't possibly pick up anything. Oh, he's actually not gonna die, but he's not gonna pick up anything else. He's a bit more farmed than I thought. And he is a major source of magical damage. But then they have some pretty good sources of magical damage, like they have the Lesrak, they have the Viper, and they have the Razor. So that's all pretty good. Gonna see if we can't get this Crystal Maiden. I'm gonna use my Timber Chain to get up into a good position to pursue her. And yeah, finally using my abilities pretty well here now. And that's gonna help us actually end the kill. Lesrak gonna pay for his over-aggression here. And once again we managed to pick up the two supports without much trouble. Gonna get us a lead in kills again. And I'm getting some really good charges on my Bloodstone here, and really just good times for this Timbersaw now, because I've got a Bloodstone, I've got charges on it. It's gonna, you know, give me so much regen. It's gonna give me so much stats. You can see I'm already up to 650 here now. So it's gonna be a lot easier to do stuff now. Just gonna use my reactive armor here to tank up this Roshan, and my Chakram to slow him down. But yeah, they're gonna want to fight here. So we engaged them, and this is, I don't really remember this fight. Oh right, it's this fight. So this is gonna be a really weird fight in a lot of ways. I'm gonna use my shock damage to do a lot of damage on this Bristleback. He's gonna make it out. Crystal Maiden is gonna come in, try to pick up the kill on me. And Race is gonna come in, ill-advised against a Timbersaw, and he's just gonna get bursted down. And now we're gonna just extract. They lost too many to actually try and contest this Roshan. Or try to take the Roshan for themselves anyway, and we are too many up for them to try and take it. So, you know, I can just go down here, grab some farm. Got even more charges for my Bloodstone now, and it's just gonna make me more and more powerful. 20 mana regen a second, so I can really just pump out spells like nobody's business now. Bristleback's gonna hang out down here. I don't know if he has vision from this ward over here actually, but yeah, he's just gonna take a look at this. Really, I think that the blade mail on the Bristleback is also a bad choice in this case. And really, blade mail in general on the Bristleback is not super hot. Like, it's okay, but it's not super good. So I'm just gonna move in, tank the Roshan here. We've got 3 guys chasing their guy up top, so they're not really thinking we can go for it. That's a really good thing to do. If you want to disguise Roshan, you're doing Roshan, don't be all missing from the map. Like if 3 out of 5 are up top, then they don't really have a cue to know that we are taking the Roshan. On the other hand, you don't get the security you get from having more people there, so it can be a bit risky. I'm just gonna use the Chakram to cover our path out. And now we just got a free Roshan, which is gonna help us come back into the game. I still think we're a bit behind. Yeah, a little bit behind. It's getting a lot better though. The gold advantage is getting smaller for them. Their heroes are mid-game heroes, and we're moving in towards the late game, where our Medusa and our OD should start to take over. I'm gonna get less powerful as well, but then it's like all of their heroes are gonna get less powerful as we head into the late game, and a few of ours are gonna get even better. So, yeah. And besides, I'm actually doing fairly well just because I have a Bloodstone with 12 charges. And now I'm starting to build into my Shiva, so I'm gonna get a lot of armor. That's gonna make the damage from the Viper and the Bristleback a lot less. So, that's pretty good. Yeah, 50% reduction in physical damage already, and once I get some stacks of my my reactive armor, it's gonna be nothing. Like if I get up to max 16 stacks, it's gonna be so little they can damage me.
Oh, great! Now I'm seeing things too.
It's primarily gonna be the Leshrac and the Leshrac and the Racer I'm gonna be concerned about killing me. Though of course Bristleback can get up to stupid amounts of damage if he lives long enough. That's kind of the double threat of that character, is that if he gets his stacks up, he can do a lot of damage, and if you try to kill him, he can get stacks up. So, what you really should do is, instead of just bursting him down, is just banish effects or silence effects. Really good. Lesrac's gonna be way the fuck too far forward here, and we can just, you know, again, it's that overcommittal from him there. It's really bad.
Middle tower is under attack.
Yeah. So, that was obviously not what he wanted to do, and he's gonna, you know, that's killed their push right there. Lesrac's a fantastic pusher, but if they can't make anything happen, like if they don't have him, they don't have anyone to just burst down that tower, and it's yeah, it's just really unfortunate. Viper gonna get caught out again. Super bad positioning from him. I really don't know what the fuck he thought he was doing. Yeah. So we're starting to get ahead pretty significantly now. I think. Yeah, their gold advantage is shrinking, the XP advantage is now on our side, and, you know, we're gonna come to the point where our OD is so farmed, and our...
Radiant's bottom tower
Actually, she's
is
not
under
doing
attack.
very well, but our OD and myself is getting so farmed that they really can't do super much to us. Shallow Grave's gonna save me here. This is pretty much the reason why we picked Dazzle. you can just cheat yourself out of some situations so badly. We've got a Lincoln's on our Medusa now, which is gonna make her really tanky. And Raze is gonna come in here trying to make something happen. Bristleback's just gonna run into me and get bursted down. And that's really... Bristleback's super bad at running into heroes. Like, you need to make heroes engage into you to make something happen. You can't do it the other way around. Viper's gonna go forward alone here again. And he's gonna pay the price yet again. Viper alone, not a super friend.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
So, I found my
Radiant
money for my
structures are fortified.
Mystic Staff, and that's gonna give me even more stupid amounts of mana, and yeah, just put me closer to my... Actually, I have my... I have my Shiva's God now. So that's
Radiant's
gonna
middle tower
just,
is under
you
attack.
know,
Radiant's middle tower
make things
has
even
fallen.
easier for me. Though I think maybe a Shiva's Guard, when we have the OD, and I have this many Bloodstone charges, maybe just even a heart would be better. Just cause, you know, I'm only really worried about surviving. I'm not really worried about dealing
Radiant's
more
top
damage.
tower is under attack.
Though of course the damage
Radiant's
effect
top
is
tower
pretty good.
has fallen.
Bristleback having some serious second thoughts about trying to jump in there. I can understand him, because that would be a really bad idea. Leshrak's gonna go out by himself, get killed again, really, really badly. So, yeah. And then we have it again. Shadow Grave saving me. Medusa's ult coming out. Gonna allow us to pick up the Crystal Maiden. Bristleback coming forward yet again, and he's gonna run face force toward me because he wants to kill me. But I'm just gonna, you know, burst him down because he gets no damage reduction face first.
Dire's
And that's
bottom
gonna,
tower
you know,
is under attack.
just kill all that all. Now I'm gonna spot out that our tower in bot is gonna be pressured hard. They're all dead,
Dire's
so
bottom
I
tower has
think I
fallen.
can just... we can take this anyway. Like, you don't really need me here. So I'm gonna defend our bot. Like, we really don't need them to
Radiant's
trade
top tower
lanes
is
like
under
that
attack.
just to creeps.
Radiant's top tower has fallen. Radiant's top barracks are under attack. Radiant's top barracks has fallen.
There we go. Ton of farm for me. Gonna put me even closer towards yet another item. I don't even know what that would be at this point. But, you know, more farm's always nice. Maybe, I think maybe I just get Boots of Travel. I should get Boots of Travel. No, I'm gonna go for the heart. Yeah, I think we got the racks down there. Nope. Just about. But yeah, it's still good. Like, I think that was still the right call. I think I should have maybe TP'd out when there was still time to save the racks. There in not the racks, the tier 2 tower. But yeah, still a pretty good call. I do end up getting my boots, just cause I think, yeah, I have enough survivability. With the dazzle as well, it's starting to get really good. Gonna find a razor. Try to go on me. Gonna die there, but respawn instantly because of the yeah. And I don't know why that cancelled, but it did. So yeah, I got a little bit over aggressive there. But you know, it's not all bad. Like, it's still decent. Get 2 of their cores for me.
Monster kill.
Yeah, our OD's just... Outworld's just killing stuff now. He's got a sheep stick, he's got his axe, he's getting downright nasty, and he's just building into his... building into a refresher just because he can. And just planning to burst down their heroes with double axe ulti. so that's gonna work out a treat. obviously. Yeah, Lesrek's gonna try to defend the tower solo. It's really not gonna work out for him.
Radiant's middle tower is under
Yeah,
attack.
should have killed that
Radiant's middle tower
guy,
has
but
fallen.
Yeah, thanks.
Radiant's middle barracks. Radiant's middle barracks. Radiant's middle barracks has fallen.
I was gonna TP out there, but I caught on to how fast I was actually regenning, and I thought, yeah, okay, I can actually stay. So I stayed, and we were just gonna go for the end now. I've had this okay all the time, haven't I? So yeah, just remember to close that. Gonna get a bit of an engagement here. Meg's gonna save up our
Radiant's bottom tower.
Shadow Shaman. Go in there. I'm gonna die actually, but I've only got 15 seconds till I'm back. I'm actually gonna have to wait for my brutal travel to cool down a bit, but still, nothing super bad.
Holy shit. Triple kill!
Medusa coming online now. That Lincoln's doing work on her.
Radiant structures
I'm just
are
gonna pick up
fortified.
the
Radiant's bottom tower
health booster.
is under attack.
Medusa's gonna get Amanda style. Gonna give even more survivability, even more damage. And from here it's just, you know, good times. Well, it's pretty much over.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
So, I think this draft worked out really well. I think the heroes were good pickups for us. Still think Dazzle was probably the best pickup for us. Especially works so well against heroes like Bristleback,
Radiant's
like
bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
I'm YOLOing a little bit here, just because I'm not really good at killing buildings, so I just thought I'd create some space, and I think I did. So maybe that's just an excuse, but yeah, it doesn't really matter at this point. So I'm maybe just trying to have a bit of fun.
Radiant's bottom barracks has fallen. Radiant's bottom barracks are under attack. Radiant's bottom barracks has fallen.
So yeah, I think the poor movements from the supports and the Viper really one of the things. That's the double ultimate. Really one of the things that put me behind this game. Raze is gonna try to man fight this, and it's not gonna work.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Purge the elements now.
I told you to stop getting blood on my leg.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah.
Nobody takes me seriously.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
So that's pretty much the game.
Radiant's middle tower
Hope you enjoyed
has
it.
fallen.
I'm gonna try to do more analysis of games where I think I played badly, or mostly losses,
Victory.
or just good games in general, yes, like this one. And I'm also looking to do more coaching sessions, so if you'd like coaching, if you think I have something to teach you, and you don't mind being recorded, just, you know, hit me up. I'm of course Cerebulum on Dota, or you can just comment, and I'll contact you. So, thanks for watching, bye.